Listen, man, look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me. You've been out here, huh? Feeling like the world's got its knee on your neck. You think I don't see that? You think I don't know what it's like to be down there in the gutter, to have people spit in your face like you're less than dirt? Nah, I know exactly what that feels like. The pain, the doubt, that voice in your head telling you you're not worth it, that you ain't ever going to be anything, that everyone who left you behind was right. You feel that every damn day, don't you? Here's the truth you don't want to hear. Nobody gives a damn about you, and they never will. You hear me? Not your family, not your friends, and definitely not this world. You think someone's going to come rescue you? Nah, no one's going to save you from this pit you're stuck in. They're all out there living their lives, doing whatever they want, while you sit here wasting time feeling sorry for yourself. The world's ugly, man. Real ugly. The sooner you get that through your thick skull, the better. Every day is a war. You wake up, and it's you against everyone else. Every single day. And if you think for 1 second that somebody's going to hand you a break, you're already dead in the water. But here's where it gets tricky. You let them get you. You let their words crawl inside your head and make a home there. That's where you messed up. You think I'm wrong? You think you're different? That you're the one exception to the rule? Nah, man, you let them break you. You think you're weak, don't you? Don't answer. I can see it all over your face. You've convinced yourself that you don't have it in you, that the world's stacked too high against you, that maybe you deserve this, deserve all the pain, the failure, like you're the problem. I'm telling you right now, that's all a lie. A big stinking lie you fed yourself because it's easier to accept that than to fight back. Yeah, it's easier to quit, isn't it? To just sit in the dirt and wait for things to change on their own. But you know what? Things don't change. They get worse. And you'll be stuck here, rotting away, while the world moves on without you. So here's what you do. You stop feeling sorry for yourself right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. You get up, you dust yourself off, and you look at the people who doubted you, the ones who kicked you while you were down, and you smile. You smile because you're still here, and they don't get to win. Not them, not their opinions, not their judgment. They don't get to take you down. You don't give them that power. Yeah, it's going to hurt. Yeah, you're going to feel like you're dying some days. But that's how you know you're alive. You take that pain, that anger, that deep gnawing rage, and you turn it into fuel. You let it push you forward when your legs are too weak to carry you. Nobody's going to give you anything, but that's all right, because you don't need them. You don't need any of them. You've got you, and you're enough. More than enough. The world can be cruel. It can be unforgiving. But you, if you're still breathing, still fighting, then you've already won. You don't even know it yet, but you've won because you're not broken. You're not done. You're just getting started. So you get the up, you hear me? You get up and you fight like hell because no one's going to do it for you. No one's coming to save you. You're your own hero in this story, and you're going to prove to every single person who ever doubted you that they were wrong. Now go out there and show them. Show them who the hell you really are. Look at me. Look me in the eyes when I talk to you. You don't get to look away. Not today. I know you don't want to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway. And you better listen. Really listen. You're at the bottom, huh? You feeling it. That cold, empty pit that seems to swallow you whole every time you open your eyes. It's suffocating, ain't it? Like no matter how much you try to claw your way out, it just pulls you deeper. I know that feeling, man. Don't think for a second that I don't. You think you're the only one who's been kicked when they're down, the only one who's had people turn their backs on them? I've been there. Hell, I've been lower. But this ain't about me. It's about you. You think this world is fair? You think people are out there waiting for you to succeed? Nah, they don't care. They don't care about your struggle, your pain, your sleepless nights. They don't care how many times you've been knocked down. All they care about is the scoreboard. And right now, you think you're losing. But here's the thing. You only lose when you stop getting back up. You think you're at your limit, that you've got nothing left in the tank. You've got more fight in you. You just don't know it yet. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You've been abandoned. You've been let down. People said they had your back, and then they vanished the second things got tough. Friends, family, even strangers. But guess what? That's life. No one owes you anything. Not a single person. And once you accept that, once you understand that this whole world is built on taking what's yours instead of waiting for a handout, that's when you'll finally be free. I ain't going to sugarcoat it for you. You're in a war. Every day you wake up is a battle against doubt, against fear, against all those voices in your head telling you that you can't do it. And most days, it's going to feel like you're losing. It's going to feel like you're drowning and nobody's throwing you a line. But here's what you need to understand. You're still here. As long as you're still breathing, as long as you're still standing, you've got a chance. And that's more than most people can say. Ever wonder why people are so quick to judge? Why they're so fast to tell you that you're not good enough? It's 'cause they're scared. Scared to see someone like you make it. Scared that you might actually rise up and show them what real strength looks like. See, most people are too damn afraid to chase their own dreams. So they spend their time tearing down the ones who do. It's easier for them. It's easier to point fingers and say you can't than to look in the mirror and ask themselves why they never tried. But you're different. You've been through hell, and you're still here. You've taken every punch life threw at you, and guess what? You're still standing. Yeah, I know. No, you're tired. You're hurting. You feel like you've got nothing left to give. But that's exactly when you find out what you're made of. When you're at your weakest, when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and it feels like one more thing might just break you, that's when you get up. Not when it's easy. Not when the sun's shining and everyone's cheering you on. Nah, it's in the darkest moments. When you're alone, when no one's there to see it, that's when you rise. Because here's the truth. Nobody wants to admit it, but life is going to keep coming at you. It doesn't care if you're ready. It doesn't care if you're down. It's just going to keep swinging. And if you're not fighting, you're going to get knocked out. But you don't let that happen. Not to you. Not ever. Yeah, I know what they say. They've probably told you to give up, right? Oh, maybe you're not cut out for this. They say maybe it's time to let go and move on. You've heard that 1,000 times, I bet. Well then, they don't know you. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know what it took just to get out of bed this morning, to keep moving forward when everything in you is screaming to quit. You're stronger than you think. Way stronger. And the only reason they try to drag you down is because they're scared of seeing you rise above them. It's easier for them if you stay in the dirt. It makes them feel better about their own miserable lives. So here's what you do. You don't quit. You don't stop. I don't care if you're moving a damn inch at a time. You keep going. One foot in front of the other. No matter how hard it gets. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, the only thing that's going to matter is whether you got back up after you got knocked down. That's it. That's the game. Life's going to beat you, but you get back up. That's your job every damn day. And don't you dare let anyone tell you you can't do it. You show them. You show them all. You think this is it, huh? You think this is the end of your story? I can see it in your eyes. You've already written yourself off. I get it. You're tired, exhausted. You've been fighting so damn long. You don't even remember what you're fighting for anymore. But here's the thing about life, man. It doesn't give a damn about how tired you are. It doesn't care how many times you've been knocked down, spit on, laughed at. It's going to keep coming, keep hitting you with everything it's got. And it's going to feel like it never lets up. And that's where most people quit. Right there. Right when it gets hard. They throw in the towel. They bow out. And they let the world walk all over them. They think that's the only way to survive, by giving up. By letting go of every hope, every dream they ever had. Because it's easier to be miserable than to keep pushing through the pain. But you don't get to do that. Not anymore. You've been feeling sorry for yourself for too long. You've been sitting in this pit, wallowing in your own misery like the world owes you something. It doesn't. It never has. You're not special. You're not entitled to happiness. No one is. See, life is like a street fight. There's no ref, no rules. You're out here on your own, taking hits from every direction. And there's no one coming to pull you out of the mess. No one's coming to save you. But you're still here. You're still breathing. So what's that tell you? It tells me that you're not done yet. You've still got fight left in you, even if you can't see it right now. You think the world's going to feel bad for you? You think people are sitting around hoping you make it through this? Nah, man. They don't care. They never cared. And the sooner you get that through your head, the better. This world is built to chew you up and spit you out. It's not looking for the good in you. It's looking for the weakness, the cracks in your armor. And once it finds them, it digs in deep, rips them wide open, and leaves you bleeding out in the street. You ever hear people say life's unfair? They say it like it's some big revelation, like they just figured out something no one else knew. Of course, it's unfair. You think the people who are sitting pretty at the top got there 'cause life handed them a break? No, they took what they wanted, no matter the cost. They fought tooth and nail, dragged themselves through the dirt, and didn't care who they had to step on to get there. You ever notice how the people who have the most to say are the ones doing the least? The ones who judge you, The ones who throw their opinions around like they know something you don't? Yeah, those people. The ones who tell you you're dreaming too big, that you're reaching too high, that you should just be realistic. You know why they say that? It's 'cause they're scared. Scared of seeing someone like you make it. Scared of watching someone with less than them rise up and prove that they've been wrong this whole time. They don't want you to succeed, man. Not really. They want you to stay right where you are because that makes them feel comfortable. It justifies their own failure. Here, and every time you take a step forward, it reminds them that they didn't, that they gave up a long time ago, and they've been coasting ever since. But here's the thing. They don't get to decide what happens to you. Not them, not the world, not the people who turn their backs on you. You get to decide. And every day you wake up, every time you open your eyes, you make that decision again. You see, most people live their whole lives like passengers. They let life happen to them. They let the world tell them what they can and can't do. They let other people's opinions become their truth, their reality. But you've got a choice. Yeah, life is going to hit you. And it's going to hit you hard. It's going to knock you down over and over again. And every time it does, you've got a choice. Stay down or get the hell back up. It's that simple. And here's where you've been screwing up. You've been listening to all the wrong voices. You've been letting other people tell you what you're worth. You've been letting the world decide your value. And that's where you're wrong, man. That's where you gave them the power. But today that ends. Today. 'Cause the truth is, they don't know you. They don't know what you're capable of. They don't know what you've been through, what you've survived. They only see what's on the surface. But you know what's inside. You know the fire that's still burning, even when everything around you feels cold. You know the strength that's been building up inside you, waiting for the moment to break free. So don't you dare let them tell you who you are. Don't you dare let them define your future. That's your job. That's your power. You know what pisses me off the most? The doubters. The ones who sat there watching you struggle and didn't lift a finger to help. The ones who smiled when you fell because it made them feel better about their own pathetic lives. Yeah, those people. The ones who told you to quit, told you to give up, to stop dreaming so big. They don't see you as a person, man. They see you as competition. And every time you take a step forward, every time you make progress, it reminds them that they ain't doing with their lives. So what do? They try to drag you down. They tell you you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes, that you're wasting your time. And you know what's worse? You started to believe them. Yeah, you did. You let their words crawl inside your head, plant themselves deep, and grow roots. You started doubting yourself, wondering if maybe they were right. If maybe you really weren't cut out for this. But I'm here to tell you they're wrong. Every single one of them. They don't know about you. They don't know the fire that's burning inside you. The one that refuses to go out no matter how many times life tries to snuff it. You've been doubted your whole life, haven't you? People told you that you couldn't do it, that you wouldn't make it. But look at you. You're still here. And here's the part they don't expect, the part they're not ready for. You're going to rise. Yeah, you're going to get back up, and you're going to keep moving no matter how hard it gets, no matter how much pain you're in. 'Cause that's who you are. That's what you're made of. You're a fighter. You've always been a fighter, even when you didn't know it. Even when you thought you were weak, you were still fighting. Every time life knocked you down, you got back up. Maybe it wasn't pretty. Maybe it wasn't fast. But you did it. And you're going to do it again. I know you're tired. I know you're hurting. But that's exactly why you can't stop now. That pain, that exhaustion, that's proof that you're alive. That's proof that you still got fight left in you. And you're going to take every last ounce of strength you got, and you're going to use it to climb out of this hole. And when you get to the top, you're going to look back at all the people who doubted you, all the ones who said you couldn't do it. And you're going to smile. You're going to smile because you proved them wrong. You're going to smile because you made it. Because you didn't quit when it got hard. Because you didn't let the pain break you. You're stronger than you think. Way stronger. And it's time you started believing that. This is it, man. This is the moment. The one where you decide who you are. Are you going to be the guy who gave up? The guy who let the world break him? Or are you going to be the one who kept fighting even when there was nothing left? You don't have to win every battle. Hell, you're going to lose a lot of them. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that you keep going. That you keep moving forward. No matter how slow. No matter how painful. One step at a time. Even when it feels like the weight of the world is on your back. Because every step forward is a victory, no matter how small. And here's the secret nobody tells you. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to keep going. That's it. That's the only thing that separates the ones who make it from the ones who don't. They didn't stop. So you get up, you dust yourself off, and you keep moving. You take all that pain, all that anger, all that frustration, and you turn it into fuel. You let it push you forward. You let it remind you that you're still here, still fighting, still alive. And you show them all who the hell you really are.